Hey guys, it's Gamer here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing that you can drive the Shelby 1000 in Forza Horizon 4 without time shifting before the car is actually released. So, let's get into it. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel for more FH4 news and gameplay, then make sure you do. If you have subbed recently, you are awesome, and if you haven't, that would be greatly appreciated. Thanks. So here we are in the menu. All we need to do is filter to the right to the Horizon Super 7. Now, we have actually used this before to try new vehicles that haven't been released, like the Koenigsegg Jesko, and today we're looking at the Shelby 1000. All we need to do is go to the right where the challenge browser is, click on this, and then we will search up the select name of the car. So we will go to the title of this and then type in Shelby 1000. As soon as we do this, we hit enter, and then we can go and confirm it. Now we can see right here we have two blueprints of the Shelby 1000. This one just says Shelby 1000, but this one says max tuned. So this one is obviously max upgraded. What I'm going to do is try this one first to see if it is stock, and if it is, I'll be able to compare this with the tuned one. So let's get into this one and we'll see what it's like. Alrighty, well here we are with the Shelby 1000. I have not driven this thing since Forza Horizon 1, obviously. That was the last game it was in. I also did a video playing that game recently. If you do want to see it, that'll be in a card annotation. So it does indeed look to be stock. I'll actually just move out of here so we can see what this thing actually sounds like, because with all the music, you can't really hear it. Alrighty, so here we are out of the festival, and I can immediately say this thing looks absolutely stunning. Now, this isn't the 2013 model with the updated rear tail lights, but for the most part, looks pretty nice. Now, in FH1, it didn't really have a great engine audio file, but the supercharger whine was insane, and it totally made up for the lack of a great audio. But in this game, it's a bit different, so let's have a listen to it. Gotta be honest, that sounds disgusting. It doesn't actually sound like a Mustang at all, and the supercharger whine just really isn't there like it used to be. Yeah, that is quite disappointing that basically they've muffled the audio file in this and it just doesn't sound great. Well, with that, I might as well just take this thing for a spin stock and see how it goes. Now, even though this thing is 1000 horsepower, it's not the fastest thing, probably because it is so heavy. But yeah, I don't really trust it in the corners, basically because it's a Mustang with a solid rear axle. In the interior, we definitely can hear the supercharger whine, but it's not like what it used to be. Now, I would be very intrigued to see how this goes against the brand new GT500. That thing is obviously more track orientated, but this thing has so much more power, it might actually be quicker. Now, I can't actually check that yet because we haven't truly unlocked this vehicle. I would need to time shift, and doing that is a bit risky. One thing that this has going for it that the new GT500 doesn't is a manual gearbox. That is a 7-speed dual clutch, but this is a good old manual. After driving the new GT500, I can say that this thing definitely does not handle as well, but it may be better on the straights. We'll have to see in the future. Now, since it does have so much power, I might actually try to see if it can drift stock. Let me go to one location and I'll show you how it goes. Alrighty, so here we are at some switchbacks. I do want to see if this thing can obviously drift. Even though it's got stock steering angle, forwards usually aren't too terrible. Alright, let's try this. Oh, bogged down. Third gear does not work in this thing. Yeah, this really is a second gear drifter. If you get into third, it just will not be able to spin the tires. It's obviously got a very long diff ratio, so yeah, better for top speed, but not for ripping through the gears. Yeah, overall, I'm pretty impressed with how this does perform stock. Obviously, it's a little older, so it's not like the new GT500, but yeah, not too terrible. Now what I want to do is get out of this thing and jump into the fully upgraded variant to see how that goes. Alrighty, now let's go to this one, the max tuned variant. Alright, this one looks to mostly be stock. It doesn't have a new paint job or anything. The person who probably time shifted didn't do that, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alright, doesn't look like it has any better rims. It does seem to have race compound tires and no other body mods. Oh, this one is all-wheel drive. That's kind of needed. Yeah, it doesn't handle that well, obviously. Also, that all-wheel drive doesn't help. But going in a straight line, oh my god. Oh, brake. Oh, the brakes aren't that great. Yeah, might see how this goes on the highway. So it's absolutely ripping through these gears, but I don't think it has a tune on the transmission. So the max we can do is around 212 miles an hour. Yeah, that would have been a bit nicer if he actually changed it so we could get a higher top speed. So basically we are relegated to just turning around in the other streets because top speed is a no-go. Yeah, if you actually try hard enough, this thing actually goes around a corner. You've just got to be very careful where you place the vehicle. Hopefully it doesn't get unloaded in the suspension and you should be okay. Now this would be very interesting to see how this would go against the GT500 if both were maxed out. I'm guessing that would be good around the corners, but this may have a little bit more power on its side. Yeah, these have race brakes and they actually don't stop very well. I don't know if it needs to up the pressure or something, but yeah, not the best. Now might as well see how much power this is actually making. I can check in the telemetry, so let's floor it. Alright, so nearly 1300 horsepower. That is a little more than I'm pretty sure the other GT500 can make maxed. We're also seeing over 1000 foot-pound, which is pretty good as well. It also looks to be making around 30 PSI of boost, which is not too bad for a big 5.8 litre V8. It doesn't rev like the new GT500, but it sure pulls. Now, I was a little disappointed with the GT500's audio file, but that is actually much better than this. I'm thoroughly disappointed what they've done with this. It sounds like a mashup of a Chevy, a Mercedes, and a Ford. It just is not right. The supercharger one is nice, but it doesn't mask that engine note. Alrighty guys, well I think I'm going to end this video here. This was my drive of the Shelby 1000 before you're actually supposed to get it. So if you do want to drive it, check through the Super 7. They may be deleted later on, but maybe they're still up. Alrighty, I'll catch you later in my next video. Thank you for watching. If you do want to see more from me, then make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.